Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Kryste Andrews, and I've had the pleasure of working with Isaiah, who is our cabaret performer this evening for the last 6 years. He came to me when he was 12 with an unchanged voice. And it was really an interesting phenomenon that he could actually, every week, he came once a week for lessons for the next 2 years, he could hit a high F during the vocalizing. Now maybe that doesn't resonate with anybody, but believe me, it's no easy feat. Here's an F. That's like the speech F. Then there's a soprano F, and this is the F. We had a lot of fun wondering when that was going to start shifting down. Every week it was, is it still there? It lasted a long time, and then there came the day when inevitably it started coming down. So instead of here, it was here. But at the same time, his lower voice kicked in. So what he lost on the top, he gained on the bottom. And he ended up with the same 3-octave range, just a little bit lower. You know, it's fascinating that he was never embarrassed, even when his voice cracked and went through all these changes. He took it all in stride. Because amongst many other nice qualities, Isaiah is just unflappable, and he has such a curiosity. But I know that I don't have to go on about his qualities to you, because many of you know Isaiah very, very well. Some of his teachers are here. One of the most exciting things about working with him is that he came with this love of singing and an ease with his voice, which was instilled in him right here at the Waldorf School. And he learned harmony, how to hold his harmony. And that was very valuable during the recitals, because he would be paired with young ladies who, in these lovely duets in Les Mis and a couple of others, West Side Story, and you know he got married several times over the years. It's a very valuable quality to have. And in addition to that, he always impressed me with his gracious sincerity and his practical, inquisitive mind, combined with a determined questing for truth, always. Compassion, patience, and self-awareness. Through all these years, his soul, beautiful soul, shone through. And speaking of souls, back in about 1992, Rose and I took off for a Nyack one weekend and in quest of psychic readings. And during her psychic reading, she was told that there were 2 souls waiting on the other side, or in heaven, or whatever your belief is. And they wanted to come through to her and be incarnated. On the way home, we were just in amazement. Can this be real? 2 souls, and who would they turn out to be? So the first soul that was incarnated is standing behind the curtain, right? Waiting. He's waiting with patience, even though I'm sure he's ready and more than willing to start. You know, he was ready to be born. As a matter of fact, he was very, very ready. It came a little sooner than expected. And so I am just thrilled. I have so much pride and joy and a very grateful heart in bringing you Isaiah Thron.
Some nights I dream the grandchildren man comes in my room on a beam of moonlight. He never said what he wanted.
everyone, and welcome to my cabaret. The song you just heard was Round-Shouldered Man from the Secret Garden. That was the first song that I sang in my first recital when I was in 7th grade, and in that awkward. Since then, my voice has dropped, but back when my voice was higher, I did not think it was going to at all. I swore that I was going to have a high voice for the rest of my life. Turns out that it does sort of stay with me, so it's good. So the process that happened to bring my voice down happened in around 8th grade. It's what we call puberty. And this transformation made me feel alive. I've never known that I feel alive. Where does this feeling of power derive? Making me know why I'm alive. Like the night it's a secret, sinister, dark and unknown. I do not know what I see yet. I'll seek it alone. What is this feeling of power and drive? I've never known I feel alive. Where does this feeling of power derive? Making me know why I'm alive. Like the moon an enigma, lost and alone in the night. Dead by some heavenly stigma, but blazing with light. It's the feeling of being alive, filled with evil but truly alive. It's the truth that cannot be denied. It's the feeling of being it was time to look across the courtyard to the high school, where there's a lot of scary, big giants. And so I felt like Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, looking at the giants in the sky. There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, and the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you. Exploring things you never dare, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you made a friend and you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Something bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you know, and the little you left, and the little you own. The fun is done, you steal what you can and run. And you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. But you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. But of course, once I got to high school, I realized that I was just as big, or if not bigger, than most of those giants. So, once I got into high school, my knowledge horizon began to expand. And I began to feel the subtle nudges that society was giving me on how to think about girls, maybe women, well, the female gender of our species. And it just kept on popping into my head over and over. And so this next song, Me, from Beauty and the Beast, is a wonderful, shows wonderfully arrogance, and also a way that I don't believe you should treat women. So I'd like to invite Mary Jane to come sing as Belle. Dreaming just one dream nearly all your life, hoping, scheming just one theme. Will you be a wife? Will you be some He-Man's property? Good news that He-Man's me. This equation, girl plus man, doesn't help just you. On occasion, women can have their uses too, mainly to extend the family tree. Pumpkin, extend with me. We'll be raising sons galore.
Inconceivable.
Each built 6'4".
Unbelievable.
Each one stuffed with every Gaston gene.
I'm not hearing
You'll be
this.
keeping house with pride.
Unconceivable.
Each day gratified that you are part of this idyllic scene. Picture this, a rustic hunting lodge. My latest kill roasting over the fire. My little wife massaging my feet, while the little ones play on the floor with the dogs. Oh, we'll have 6 or 7.
Dogs?
No, Belle, strapping boys, like me.
Imagine that.
I can see that we will share all that love implies. We shall be the perfect pair, rather like my thighs. You are face to face with destiny. All roads lead to the best things in life, or all's well that ends with me. Escape me, there's no way. Simple as do, re, Belle, when you marry. So, Belle, what'll it be? Is it yes, or is it, oh, yes?
I just don't deserve you.
Who does? Me! Thank you so much, Jane. So now I'd like to bring our thoughts to soldiers fighting for a better tomorrow, and families being torn apart because of sons going to join the war, and a whole generation finding holes in their hearts because of loved ones being lost. I personally have never had those experiences, but I know a song that embodies those feelings very well. And whenever I hear that song, it brings me back to a time in 10th grade when I lost a lot of my friends. Not permanently, to exchange. For those who don't know, exchange at this school, we have an opportunity to go on exchange to a foreign country to learn their language and culture. And I did not go on exchange, but a lot of my friends did. And so the song from Les Mis, Empty Chairs at Empty Tables, holds those feelings a lot. And although my experience of the song does not contain any death or much sorrow, but it still resides in me. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could see a world reborn, and they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now, the very words that they had sung became their last communion on the lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Phantom shadows at the window. Phantom shadows on the floor. Empty chairs and empty tables where my friends will meet no more. Oh, my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs and empty tables where my friends will sing no more. So during that time, I did not just lose my friends, but I also had a few other feelings. The story of a love just out of reach is one of the oldest stories. And so, what comes along with the pursuit of an altered person is obsession, but also another feeling that can be described as agony. Oh, brother! I didn't see you there.
Well, hello there, brother. I was wondering where you were off to. I spent the night searching for the woman I danced the night with. She was the loveliest.
I cannot agree. I too have found a lovely maiden. She lives here, in the woods, at the top of a tall tower with no doors or stairs.
How do you manage a visit?
I call up to her, Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me! And she lets down the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which then I climb.
Rapunzel?
Yes.
Never heard of such a thing. You jest. Ha ha ha.
I jest not. She is as true as your maiden, a maiden running from a prince. None would run from us.
And yet one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony, beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in a tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Light and becoming and frequently humming her light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours. When you know she would go with you, if there only were doors. Agony, all the tortures they teach. What's as intriguing or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach?
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as a handsome heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Do I know?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness until you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her. Agony, misery, although it's different for each.
Always 10 steps behind,
Always 10 feet below,
and she's just out of reach.
agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife. And then there's the story of love fulfilled. The most beautiful sound I ever heard. Maria, 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 Maria. All the beautiful sounds of the world in a single word. Maria, 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 Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. I just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name will never be the same to me. almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. The most beautiful sound I ever heard.
Oh, brother, I almost shot you.
Oh, well, hello there, brother.
What are you doing in the woods?
You know, Cinderella sent me to look for some blue mushrooms. There don't seem to be any, so I'll be getting on my way.
Now, did she? Now, brother, tell me, what are you really doing here in the woods?
High in a tower like yours was but higher, a beauty asleep. All around the tower, a thicket of briar, 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen, when the one thing you want is a thing that you've not even seen. Now, brother, why were you in the woods?
I found a casket entirely of glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside, don't ask it, a maiden, alas, just as unwakeable. What unmistakable agony is the way always barred. She had skin white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard. Agony, such that princes must weep. Always enthralled most to anything almost or something asleep.
If it were not for the thicket,
A thicket's no trick, is it thick?
it's the thicket.
The quickest is pick it apart with the stick.
Yes, but even one cricket's my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarves.
Dwarves are very upsetting. Not forgetting the tasks unachievable, mountains unscalable, if it's conceivable but unavailable. Agony, misery,
Not to know what you miss, while they lie there for years.
and you cry on their biers, what unbearable bliss. Agony that can cut like a knife. Ah, well, back to my wife. So now I get to tell you a little bit about myself. So, I've recently realized, looking at, one of those bumper stickers that say coexist with all the different symbols, I realized that I coexist with myself. That sort of sounds arrogant, but I have a reason for that. So, my father was born to a Jewish mother, making him Jewish by birth, but then was raised Quaker. And then my mom was raised Irish Catholic. And then they come together and raise me up in a New Age-ish, Buddhist-ish household. Plus, they sent me to a Waldorf school. And then, so to have all of the major religions under my wings, there's a mosque right down the road from where I live. And so my religious background is pretty complicated. But life is complicated. And the situation that Pilate was in when he had his dream of Jesus' crucifixion, his situation was complicated. There were thousands of people wanting him dead, but then there's the whole rest of the world who didn't. So, Pilate's dream. I dreamed I met a Galilean, a most amazing man. He had that look you very rarely find, that haunting, haunted kind. I asked him to say what had happened, how it all began. I asked again, he never said a word, as if he hadn't heard. And next the room was full of wild and angry men. They seemed to hate this man. They fell on him and then they disappeared again. Then I saw thousands of millions crying for this man. And then I heard them mentioning my name and leaving me the blame. Now's the time of my life that I start thinking about the big questions. And now that I am moving out into the world, I have to answer a question that can dictate my life. The riddle of trust. Real You've toughened your scars year by year. We're falling like stars till there comes a day when we sell our souls away. Can I run to you? Are you true to me? I'll do unto you as you do to me. And we slowly learn someone has to burn better you than me. Oh, every Judas once loved Jesus, and finally treason will seize us, and only fools follow golden rules. We all are caught in the middle of one long treacherous riddle of who trusts who. Maybe I'll trust you, but can you trust me? Wait and see.
More libation.
So, the riddle is about trusting others. This next song is about trusting something bigger. What is in the future? What in the present will affect what's in the future? So, what fate is mine?
Fate can be the trap in your path, the bitter cup of your tears, your wine of wrath. Fate can be the desert blaze, sudden food in the famine found, the sound of praise, incomprehensible and strange. Fate can play a trick with the twine to weave the evil and good in one design. And so my destiny, I look at you, but cannot see. Is it good? Is it ill? Am I blessed? Am I cursed? Is it honey on my tongue or brine? What fate is mine? Fate can play a trick with the twine to weave the evil and good in one design. And so my destiny, I look at you, but cannot see. Is it good? Is it ill? Am I blessed? Am I cursed? Is it honey on my tongue or brine? What fate is mine? Now is the time in my cabaret where I like to say thank you. So first off, Kryste Andrews. You are my accompanist, my teacher, but also my friend.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'd also like to thank my parents and my sisters for letting me sing at, with, and around them for my whole life. I'd also like to thank my extended family and my even more extended family of friends who are amazing people and great supporters. And I'd also like to thank Green Meadow for providing me this space, not only to perform in, but also inside of me, for allowing me to realize that being a singer isn't just cool, but awesome. And also for providing an environment that I can call home and where I belong. So I'd like to leave here today with the thought of searching for a place like this where I belong. Warm welcome will be waiting for me, and the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll find my way, I can go the distance, I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like I time, it is Christy's birthday.
Oh.
So we'd like to sing happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah.